In this episode, we have 3 customs: an inspired 80s baby wrestling fan custom, 2, a mix of 2 worlds, the Drip and Camo, 3, a shout out to the late great Kobe Bryant and Bruce Lee. Also, for you customizers, stick around to the end for a bonus tip, where we touch on how to paint portraits on custom shoes. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Orlando. Welcome to Wall of Hype, where we showcase artists that can take plain kicks like Air Force Ones, Jordans, Cleats, Vans, and turn them into customs that sneakerheads love. But before I start, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new. We have links to all featured artists and their work in the description below. Our first goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. Now, let's get started. So with our first project, we got the design a WWE or a WWF 80s AJ1 Custom. The designer, Worthen. The shoe customized, a Nike Air Jordan 1. I'm loving this shoe. Fan of the 80s, grew up watching Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart. This shoe has the 80s written all over it. I also get the feeling of like the Saved by the Bell type design, especially on the toe box and the background art. But take a look at this beauty. You got the colors, they're bright, they're fun, they're exciting. You have some pastel colors in there just to offset, but the artwork, it's just beautiful. Now let's take a look at the toes. You got the WWF design with a gradient. You can see most of this is all hand painted art, no stencils involved. And you can tell by looking at the design, this was just a fun project to put together and just have fun with. You have the tongue tags that are custom with, let's see if we can look at closely. We have the Undertaker in the front. And then on the next one, if you guys don't know who this is Sergeant Slaughter. Now, I grew up again watching WWE or WWF and was a big fan of the 80s and 90s. Just take a look of the anger in the face of the Ultimate Warrior. You got the cool Bret the Hitman Hart. You have the iconic Hulk Hogan tearing off his shirt. You can just see that in the design. And then you got Macho Man Randy Savage holding his sunshades. Each of these characters was just on another level in their own right. I love how each design covers the entire side panel of the shoe. No separating the upper panel from the side to the toe. It was just one full canvas. Beautiful. So yeah, Worthen, beautiful pair of shoes. Next, we have a Camo Drip Air Force One High Custom. The designer, Thai Custom Kicks. The shoe, a Nike Air Force One High. Now this design I thought was interesting. You have the Drip and the Camo. Thai Custom Kicks put the boat together, and I thought this was just a cool design to share. Obviously doing camos is not as easy. You can either make that look too busy, but he did that perfect. And then just the 2 colors. You got one shoe that's purple and then the other one that's green, but then he added the drip, right? It's only in specific locations. You got the tongue tag, it's just the Nike, and then you got the swoosh, and then you got the toe box. What I loved is the little details that he added, especially adding the shadows underneath the drip. Overall, it's a clean, simple, beautiful design. Again, looking at the tongue tags, adding the camouflage to the logo, I thought was brilliant. It was a beautiful change than just the normal basic color, or if you're adding the purple or you're just adding the green. He camouflaged the Nike Air logo. Overall, I think this is a great design, using two elements, the drip and the camo, to create a beautiful effect. Ty Custom Kicks, keep up the great stuff. Now with our final look, we have the Mamba Cleats Custom. The designer, K. Roki, or Roque. The shoe customized a Nike Vapor Low 360 cleats. Most sneakerheads can already identify what shoe this is. We have a Nike Kobe 4 Protro mixed with an NFL cleat. The design was recently released, a Kobe and Bruce Lee inspired shoe. You got the yellow and black with the claw marks. These are one of those simple, clean line designs that just stands out. The color, the yellow, pops. It's more of a yellow-orange. It's the suit that Bruce Lee was wearing with the touch of red and the Kobe signature on the heel. This just shows a clean design from K. Roki. And now for our bonus content. This is coming from Sammy B Customs, and we're looking at how to portrait paint on your shoe customs. Now this design is created, or the portrait is of Sarah from the Labyrinth. Personally, I've never seen the movie, but you can just look at how Sammy B Customs is starting, the color block and then the shading. So I just thought this was a great look at how to do portraits. You can see that she's using, a few different skin tones. And as she goes in, she's fading in, she's brushing in. You can see the different type of brush sizes that she's using. She used one for feathering, one for detail work. She's holding it just as if she was holding a pencil. And she's just going in and she's, drawing in those details. But when it comes to the blends and the skin colors, the lights, the darks, your shadows, the highlights, you can see how she's feathering those in. So this, I thought, is something great for customizers or new designers who just wanted to get an inside look of how they do portraits. I think Sammy B Customs pulled this off. You can see that she had a little error here or there with a few things, but especially when you're creating portrait art and you're using different colors, it's easy to fix, it's easy to cover, it's easy to go back in and start getting the right look that you want. So, my first time working with a gradient on a shoe, in my head, I understood how a gradient worked, especially when you're in graphic design and you use two colors to fade in. But when you actually do it on a shoe, you can either use two colors, you can use three colors, you need that fade, or you need that transition into each of those colors. So just great work by Sammy B Customs. We appreciate you showing us how your process is for painting Sarah. And I'm hoping that some of you guys can be inspired by this. And I know most of you know how, and some of you don't. So I hope this tips helps. That's it for this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button to help out the channel. Comment below and let us know if the bonus content was helpful or which one of these custom kicks is your favorite. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video from Wall of